Hi there and welcome to Bustthenet. This is the Kingstonian Diary. The K's are doing quite well. We've got a big match coming up. We play Wickham very soon. The number 2 on the table. We're number 3 on the table. Yes, we are. And I've been asked quite a few questions. So on today's show, we're going to answer a couple of questions that some of my patrons and YouTube followers have been asking. Thank you very much. You carried me to 1 million views, closing in on the 7,000 subscriber mark. So I've done a giveaway for my FM Tactics handbook. It has already got 20 tactics inside with 2 chapters explaining the low block as well as how to counter systems. Now, if you want to take part in the giveaway, if the giveaway is done, it's the 5th, right? It lasts about 7 days. Now, if it's over, it's really simple. I will start another one in about a week's time, and then you can subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter. And the reason why I need you guys to do this is so that I can email you when the thing is over. Then everybody gets a copy of the book. Okay. Meanwhile, here in the halls of justice, somebody asked me about how I go about adapting to games. Now, the first thing you have to do is, when you go into your tactic, which is the problem we have with Kingstonian, start the season, you absolutely need to nail down why you are not playing well. Now, how did I do this? Okay, very simple. There are two things that I will check. The first thing that I check when I'm doing very badly is this: shots. Where are my shots? All right, so this is my shot accuracy for my team, right? So, okay, so this is how our shot accuracy is, and I'm looking at the situation and where most of our shots occur. This is where most of our goals have been scored. So I like to check this out. Now, if you can tell in terms of percentage, right, look at this. I have to worry about shots coming in from my left hand side. So from my left hand side, a lot of my shots have been going wide. So this is something I need to improve. But this is in the the only problem with this is we can't really look at the last 10 matches. So you have to use this as a guide, so to speak. The second thing that I do is I go to the tactics as well, and this gets a bit handy. Then we look at the goals and assist locations, especially if, let's say, something is I've changed the tactic or I'm having problems. Assume now in the last 10 games I've been giving up a lot of goals. I haven't really, since we've gone into the low block, we've done pretty well. So we managed to create some goals outside here, but for the AI assists, very few have come centrally and almost nothing has come from across. Since we've done the low block, we've succeeded very well in shutting teams down. But however, if I wanted to go and check out before I was using the low block, you'll see the numbers are much more different. Okay, more chances in and around the box. So the thing is, I look at this, right, and I try to figure out why certain things are happening. So that I have to do the analysis. I have to visually confirm this. There's a way of doing it, like to do XG analysis, but that's going to be a very long explanation, and I'm not very comfortable doing it because there's got to be so many variables involved, and then you have to do a calculation. There's a guy who's done something that comes close to it on Football Manager Mobile. You got to go to fmwipe.com or something like that, and then or you just do a search on the SI forums. Now, interestingly, his approach is there. I may not agree with it entirely, but he explains why it's difficult to do XG analysis with the game itself, but however, he's come up with a methodology. Whether or not I have the time to do it is a different story. There's too much manual stuff involved. Here, what I do is I do something more visual and easier for me to understand. So I look at stuff like this: where are all the assists coming from? Where are the shots coming? Where are my shots going? Are they going wide? In which areas of the pitch? Goal locations. Where are most of the goals coming from? Should I shut things down? So here, basically, we only have one problem now: preventing the assists from this area of the pitch. Okay, so that's the first thing that we do. The second thing that I have to do is essentially understand what we can and can't do. The team was playing pretty badly at the start of the season, right? So we started off the season losing our first 2 games, and then after that we plunged into a kind of a depression where I was doing the wrong thing most of the time. What was our problem? Our problem was very simple. We were going into matches and we were giving up our flanks too easily. So I was playing the 4-1-3-2. That was the goal. However, my 4-1-3-2 was a bit too attacking, and As a result, balls will go over the top. We had to address two things. So this is when you need to address your problem. I mean, I want to play with a narrow system. However, I'm shipping in goals from crosses. Fix, get a better central defender. Another fix, look for central fullbacks who can defend. Still can't do anything about it. Then give up one flank and concentrate on the other flank and protect. So every game becomes a chess game, all right? But 4-1-3-2 has its weaknesses. So we started going to a low block because I realized, hey, my players aren't really fast. Why am I, trying to play with a pushed up D line? So we started playing with a deeper D line. When we started playing with a deeper D line, things started looking different. Now, yes, I live with the threat of the cross every single day, but on the break we might have a chance. But once again, these are few and far between. Like here against Crawley, we won 1-0. We had one really good chance inside the box. If you look at this, I think the whole game was played. This is a great result for us. We beat Crawley. But if you look at the shots that Crawley had in this game, shots off target, shots that were safe. All right, so they had like 3. A lot of work on my keeper. Now let's look at Kingstonian. Kingstonian shot on goal, 1 inside the box. Most of my chances, we had one decent chance and it went in. So the thing here to bear in mind is when you play with a low block, if you don't convert those chances, it's going to be tough. And people are going to ask me, but help me convert those chances. Well, the only way you can convert those chances is if you have the players who can do it. I mean, let's be honest, you're going to have to go through your games and see what we are lacking. Like in our case, in my tactic, for example, here, I was using my 4-1-3-2, and I realized very early when we were struggling that I wasn't playing a guy who was strong enough in the air to hold on to the ball and then to pass the ball to somebody else. And we actually brought Diaries back, who hadn't been playing during that period where we were playing badly. Diaries wasn't playing. Diaries was brought back into the side, and lo and behold, we started playing well. Of course, we strengthened the side with Joe Hanks, Steve Davis, and Coveney and Muleba. So we added some more players into the side. That becomes important because you got to fix those problems. All right, what about for the match itself? So for some of the games we have to prepare. So now I'm going to be playing against Wickham Wanderers next. So how do we prepare for a match against Wickham? Okay. First up, Wickham play a standard structured formation. So they've got this formation, got deep line playmaker, winger, and target man. I'm actually focusing on this area first. They have a possible hole to be exploited here, ball winning midfielder, large closing out area, wing back attacking. So this is a potential weak area for them. However, this is also, so it's like not going to be easy for us because they're also a good team. Hollis is a very good target man in the game. Watts and Yates are very exceptional for Wickham. They're also very hard for us to handle. What's the second thing that I do? I go in here and I start looking at their key pass combinations. So I find a match they played at home. What tactic are they going to use? They're going to use a 4-4-2. Then we know where Watts, Hollis, and Yates play. The next thing we do is pass. The next thing we do is key pass combinations. So now I'm looking at Wickham's key pass combinations. And we're looking at who is the main man. So you got Ryan Yates, Steve Watts, Daniel Hollis. Hollis and Watts are dangerous. So Yates plays here. I think Watts plays somewhere here. So Watts plays pretty high up the pitch. Their 4-4-2 eventually becomes like a 4-2-4. So they got Watts very high up the pitch working with Hollis. So we got to be very careful about how Watts is going to be played in the game. Moving forward, Watts is the danger, but they play with Yates in the middle, and they've got Hollis as a target man. So we're going to have to try and staff the midfield, or better still, we're going to have to try and hold possession of the ball. So I'm going to do something completely radical. So we've got my 4-1-3-2 here, but we're going to do it in a different way. So I'm going to set the tactic up very quickly, and I'm hoping this works. There's lots of hope in my vocabulary nowadays. When it comes to a team like my little old Kingstonians. Okay, so we're going to go with inverted wing backs. Instead of defensive centre back, we're going to go with a central defender. deep line playmaker. Inverted wingbacks will come in here. We got a wide midfielder and a wide midfielder on attack. Hopefully this is enough to get support down this flank, and an attacking playmaker. So I might make him an inverted wingback on support. He'll push up slightly more. All right, here we go. So we're gonna have to do a midfield tackle harder. So my block is also gonna be in midfield now. It's not gonna be in defense, but it's gonna be a slightly different kind of a block. So tackle harder. Here, these players, they're not too comfortable on the ball, so we're gonna dribble less, shoot less often. I'm gonna tell him to cross from deep, and I'm gonna tell him to cross from deep as well. Shoot less often. Okay, we've done that. This guy is gonna be told to get further forward. Okay, so he's gonna try and zoom in on that area of the pitch. Here, close down more, tackle harder, tackle harder, tackle harder, tackle harder. Okay. Now I'm gonna remove this, tackle harder. So we're not gonna go with a totally low block. This is gonna be what I would call a high block. All right, we got this now going on. We hope this is gonna work. All right, so I'm pushing the defensive line up. Be more disciplined, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and play out our defense. Okay, all right, so this is the goal of the game right now. We are going to try and keep hold of the ball and try and work everything up. So we got Goldberg, Derry, Bascom, Davis, Gorgonas, Hanks, Scales. Yeah, I asked my ass man to decide who should be playing. I have totally no clue. No, Rugari, you play there. We got Gorgonas there, Derry, Davis, Hanks. Okay, so these are the players. Will this work? I have no clue. It could come back and bite me on the ass, like everything else in this world. Right, okay. Yes, here's wishing on a prayer. I'm looking to flood the midfield. Oh yes, one role I have not done. I want you to play as a halfback. Okay, so you're gonna push down and we're gonna push out, and you guys are gonna come in here. So yes, even more confused. And you guys, I can sense it now. You're even more confused. We're gonna play counter, flexible. Yes, get more players involved in transitions. And there we go. It's playing at light speed. Nobody's making any sense out of this. We drop it down. Again, we watch Lovell, Davis, Burridge now with the ball. Yates. They go. It goes wide to Gordon. Gordon's blocked by a defender. That's good to see. Oh, they've changed role immediately. They've come into the game and two roles have changed. Hollis and Watts. That was fast by the AI. Okay, Moleba to Davis. Davis plays it out to Scales. Scales takes a shot from range. Not too bad. First shot, but it's well outside the box. Walk ball into box now, boys. Okay. Harriman. Okay, it's blocked. Good defending. Stop. Watch. Okay, passing opportunity is not very good. They have to play the long pass. Or they have to work it to Yates. Yates now. Watts has got two players on him. That's good. Okay, another thing I want to do. Opposition instructions. Watts, we will tackle him hard. And Yates, we will tight mark him. Okay, good. Hanks gets to the ball, plays it out to Gogo Nas. Gogo Nas plays it to Derry. Derry holds it back for Davis. It's back to Gogo. Gogo to Davis. This is where we have to be a bit more patient. Derry gets away into the box. Crosses it for Goldberg. Goldberg. Yes, it's our first shot inside the box. That's the zone I want to try most of my shots from. Okay, not too bad. Still only 34%, 39%. Slowly the possession numbers are climbing up. 42%, 40. I'm actually looking at the action zones and possession because I want to try and keep as much of the ball as possible. So far we're doing okay. Tactics. Now I can even go to analysis, team analysis. Let's look at the pass combinations at the moment of Wickham. All right, and we're looking for Watts. Watts has only been found 5 times. That's good news. Yates is still playing a very big role in the game. It's pretty hard for us to shut him down, but we managed to reduce the influence slightly of Yates. Of Watts here. And we continue the game. There's something in my mind that says I should change Gogonas' role. Burridge. Into the box it goes. Okay, it's an easy shot for us to handle. They're putting a lot of pressure on Davis. Watts with the throw to Yates. Watts again. Okay, crosses it to Besson. Besson does pretty okay. This is how we look like when we build play up from the back. Coveney. Okay, he has really no choice, so he went long. Goldberg, oh my goodness, audacious shot, didn't come off very well. Yeah, I'm very tempted right now to go Trequarty start with Goldberg, but I'm not too sure if that's a good idea. %, okay, they're showing some inclination, showing some desire to push out, so we're going to go standard now. Flexible, we're marginally raising our defensive line and hoping that we do something with that. Besson with the ball, plays it short to Odofin. Odofin, what a pass to Derry. Derry does not get inside the box to score. Okay. Corner taken by Gordon Watts, cleared off. Hector Ingram lines up a shot from there. What a stop from Besson. He goes up for another corner. Hector Ingram to Burridge. Cleared. Alright, we're going to make one change. I'm going to turn him into a wide midfielder on support and turn this guy into a wide midfielder on attack. Turn this guy into an inverted wingback on defend, so he protects this flank, and turn this guy and leave him as an inverted wingback on defend. Okay, so we're just making a slight change. Watts might see more of the ball though. That's the danger. I'm trying to stop them from coming down that side of the pitch, the right flank. Hector Ingram. Good. Yeah, okay, keep it up, boys. We are holding them. Scales to Davis. This is the first highlight I've had from this side of the flank, which is good. Oh, Gogonas hits the post. Over the top it goes. The attacking playmaker chasing after the ball. Gordon to Hollis. Hollis passing options again. I'm looking. Watts crossing it to Hollis. Hollis shoots. Besser makes a save. Now, Watts is he certainly got away that time. Okay, Gordon Watts again. All right, I'm gonna try something different with him. I'm gonna have to. I can't get him to get any more deeper than this. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it. All right, dressing room. I think we're doing okay. Davis to Odofin, back to Hanks. Hanks, what a ball from Hanks. But Goldberg, it's just too good of a pass. We're not really overcommitting to our attacks. We are very concerned about how this team is able to score as well. Oh, brilliant work from the Coveney to Derry. Derry through to Goldberg. Goldberg inside the box. Shoots, scores! Yes! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What a goal. What a goal. Derry. My worry. Does it? Goldberg from there scores, gives us the lead. Kingstonian are ahead. Now, look at Wickham. Wickham have just raised the ante. Um, they're pressing them, making sure that it's not an easy distribution from the back. But here they go. It's a shot and it's a great save from the keeper. That defensive line may be high, too high. We're gonna go normal now. I'm gonna change my block as well. Now these guys are gonna be tackling harder. So essentially now my entire team is tackling hard except for I think the DM. The DM is the only one. I think the DM is not tackling hard, or takes a deflection off one of the players. Sails over the bar. I don't make any changes now. Let's keep this going. It was not too bad. We've had a lot of long shots. This is not one of our better performances. Oh, in set piece, you should have buried it. Then I could be celebrated. Could run outside, dance around the lamppost. Hanks. Score another, guys. It's Wickham Wanderers. If we can beat Wickham Wanderers, then we definitely. Oh man, we should be. I'm nervous. I'm like, holy cow. Hanks, corner again. It's Musendo, free header. What? Musendo is in pain. Musendo is playing as a white midfielder. Alright, we can't afford to have a player playing. We're gonna bring on Howard. Howard is another player who can play in that position. Not really, but I'm toying with the idea of moving Howard into the inverted wingback slot. Because I'd rather have a defensive midfielder playing as inverted wingbacks, not fullbacks. Kingstonian won. They switched their roles around. Hollis is now going to come. This doesn't really affect our defense. Okay, that's all right. Besson plays it short to Coveney. Coveney to Hanks. Hanks back to Coveney. Don't lose the ball, Coveney. What a ball from Coveney. He's forcing Derry to run all over the pitch. Come back to the keeper. This is making me very nervous. I feel like going back to my low block. Yates to Bashiru to Hector Ingram. Skips one challenge. Skips another. Watts inside the box. He does. Oh my lord. Alright, we're going to go structured now. And tighter marking. Because you've got a quasi low block going. Hanks into the corner. It's Odofin. Come on. Hit it inside the box. You got to test the keeper. 85 minutes. This is going to be huge if we can win this game. Alright. Guys, retain possession now. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Now I've got the AI doing the same thing to me. Damn shit. Hate it when this happens. What is the AI doing? It's 4-1-3-2. They got this. I know. I did my research. They do go to this tactic, but I didn't spend enough time trying to understand how they use this to score their goals. Okay, good block, Muleba. But I think we could, with the inverted wing backs, do okay. They paint shoots. Oh yes, they're defending well. Come on, boys. 9 minutes to go. We got Watts with the throw. The Kingstonians are trying to defend. Yes, they've got themselves all in the box. Can they hold out? It's only 4 minutes to go. The manager is panicking. He's running all over the place. He's crying. What am I going to do? We just have to make one substitution. That's all. I just want to waste time. Okay, Bascom you got for Derry. Okay. You just make one substitution that, won't harm us in any way. Just don't make a mistake out there. We only got 2 minutes left. Pray. Thank you very much. We pray. Can the case do it? Can the case hold on? There's only 2 more minutes left in the game. It's the case. They've had a fair few long shots, but we haven't been able to keep. Wickham have had some very good chances, but the defenders have made it very hard for them to have solid, clear-cut chances. But the set pieces are the things that I worry about the most. Muleba, they hit it away. Yes, we have done it. Kingstonians have beaten Wickham Wanderers away from home. Yeah. Yeah. Let's look at this analysis. As you know, after the match, what you will see is the formations are the ones they finished the game with. But let's take a look at Wickham. We wanted to shut out Watts, and it worked. It worked. Watts is not in the picture. Well, he is there. He's like, Ryan Yates and Watts still 32. But this time around, we kind of really messed with the way they could build play up on the left. I'm very happy to see this. In fact, Yates had to be substituted, and then Watts as well. He made 4 mistakes. He ran the distance for the game, but he didn't perform very well. It's a fantastic. Yeah, I was getting too much space for crosses. That's the biggest risk we had. I can't. It's true. The advice they're giving us, it's correct. Add opposition instruction for Watts. Steve Watts always. The opposition instruction I added to him was tackle harder. That's the only thing I was willing to do. Closing him down may have torn us apart. So we wanted to avoid them. Then Hollis was finding too much space. We wanted to. The choice here was to tight mark Hollis. I had thought of that, but my players, well, forget it. They're not the sort that can tight mark very well. So, yes, you have played magnificently. The huge win for the case sees them continue their unlikely run, and now we have defeated Wickham Wanderers and we have swapped places with them. We're level on points with Colchester. We're near the top of the table. Yes, a huge win, and this was a shift of this was a huge shift. I might want to keep this tactic. I have to call this something, but this was the inverted wingback power trump in midfield that I used. We played well. I'll have to come up with a name for this tactic and maybe include it in the book at some time. I probably will, because I plan to release that book again, the FM Tactics Handbook, with extra tactics. So what's going to happen is I'm going to keep adding tactics to that, and maybe next month or in 2 weeks' time or maybe in a week's time, I don't know. It depends on the response to the first book. I will add tactics to it, and then I'll ship it out, and I'll give you guys instructions. And if you're following my shows, at least then it might come in handy for you to try them out to see how it plays for your team. But once again, I really recommend using them as templates. So I have this habit of doing things on the fly sometimes, and this was a hell of a match. And Joe Hanks finally winning his first Player of the Match award for the club. He's played a really good game, and I'm very, very happy. The team played extremely well against Wickham Wanderers. It's certainly, wow, Kingstonians. I mean, look, I'm just so happy. Look at the performance we've had since I wanted to use a 4-1-3-2 all the way, but I kind of like, I've had requests to do the 4-4-2, and I wanted to do the 4-4-2, but in this particular game, a patron member asked me, how would you adapt to a game? And this is how I adapted specifically to Wickham Wanderers, because Wickham Wanderers had a problem. They have a challenge. They got Yates and Watts. The problem isn't Watts alone, it's Yates with Watts. So it's, do I build play up? But if I build play up on the same flank where Yates is operating, then Watts will be free for all the crosses. So I couldn't really go to a 4-4-2. So I had to find a system that will flood midfield, make it easier for us to hold on to the ball, create our own opportunities, at the same time make it harder for Yates to play a game to find Watts, because in most of the games they win. Yates and Watts, the partnership is right up there as the highest partnership. So we wanted to break that partnership up. so that Yates is forced to look at somebody else, and Watts then becomes a peripheral player on the flanks who is waiting for the occasional cross instead of being the player that Yates always finds, and which is something that we managed to do. And I'm so glad that it happened, because now we have done it. So I'm glad that it worked, and I hope you enjoyed today's show. If you enjoyed today's show, please like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter or at Bustthenet, and my website at addictedtofm.com. Once again, I'd like to thank my patrons for their continued support of the channel. You make these kind of shows possible for the rest of the community. Now I'm going to go outside there and run around the lamppost.